Have you had that tug in your stomach that there must be a better way to cut interviews? Maybe even feeling that ChatGPT for video editing should exist? Well, good news, it does. Welcome to our series on EddieU.ai and how to cut better stories faster. Today, I'm going to show you how to craft stories with Eddie and then send them seamlessly to Final Cut Pro. If you're looking for tutorials on Resolve or Premiere, give this little bubble above me a visit. Let me introduce you to EddieU.ai. Eddie's your AI storytelling partner. Just import your interview footage and give Eddie a story prompt. In seconds, Eddie cuts it and you view the edit in browser and continue to iterate with Eddie on it. Eddie cuts stories at your command and it integrates with your existing applications like Adobe Premiere, Resolve, and Final Cut Pro. Eddie supports pro codecs, containers, timecodes, and all of the common frame rates that you might be shooting in. So I'm going to start by using this footage of me talking about my favorite subject, the Beatles. In this footage, I mention who my favorite Beatle is, and there is a share link below in the description with this project. Now, the first one to use Eddie to find my favorite member and comment it below gets a pack of these sweet Eddie stickers, cruelty-free. So I want to create a great 3-minute cut, but I'm not sure what topic to go off of. So I'll start with this prompt. Eddie, tell me all of the main topics covered in this video. Eddie will return me a list of topics that were covered in the footage in an easy to understand language. So I'm really digging topic 2 and 3, so I'll ask for a combo cut of both topics. Eddie, give me a 3-minute cut focused on topic 2 and 3. After a moment, Eddie will bring me back a cut containing both topics in one cut. But it's not as punchy or condensed as I'd like it to be, so I'll give it another prompt. Make this way punchier, remove any incomplete sentences, and condense it as best as you can. And just like that, we got ourselves a bona fide rough cut ready to polish into a diamond of a final cut. Maybe I'll ask Lucy in the sky for help. You know, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. You know what? Never mind. Now we're ready to export this to Final Cut to complete my edit with color grading, audio mixing, and some B-roll. Let's export these from Eddie by clicking Export Final Cut Pro. As you can see, we also support exporting to Premiere, Resolve, MP4 with and without captions, and vertical. The Final Cut has a different kind of file format called FCP XML, which differs from the XMLs that Premiere and Resolve use. Let's import it into Final Cut. To import, select File, Import XML. One thing you might run into is Final Cut not connecting your footage automatically to your project. To get it connected, click the source footage in your project window, then click File, Relink Files, Original Media. Final Cut will then link that media, and you'll be looking at your timeline ready to bring into the polished stages. Very much like a Kinder Egg, you get yourself a nice little surprise in the middle of this chocolatey cut. Eddie creates captions as titles, which supports robust styling along your timeline. Click the first title, and then hold Shift and click the last title to select all. Then you can customize how they look in the inspection window. You don't need titles? Just highlight those and press delete. Eddie also marks where it created your timeline from your source footage. You can see it in the source window here. Unused shows what wasn't included, and favorite shows what was. Now that we got our stories back as timelines in Final Cut Pro and we are liberated from the tedious initial work, it's time to complete the edit. Polishing, color grading, adding B-roll, working with the audio, and so on to get that killer final cut. No pun intended. And if you don't want to polish your video, you could just let it be. I'd love to hear any feedback you have about Eddie, so just let us know any questions in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel because we'll be exploring all the different ways that you can bring Eddie into your workflow and help you craft better stories. I'm Robbie, your content and community manager, and we'll see you in the next one.